Alright gang, Peppy here for his chainsaw sharpening video. Using my Jono and Jono jig. Some of you will have seen I made up a couple of ones for myself which actually work pretty well. Probably just as good if not better than this one. This one lets you get more teeth in per cut, but does need some modifications because it needs more points holding the chain. If you get any slop in that, it's just crap. You can't sharpen it properly. And even on this one, with these done up, it's not got enough tension on, particularly a smaller gauge chain. Anyway, I'll show you how I go. I'm pretty old school. I've got my angles marked on the side here, so 30-degree angles to work off. I like being able to work from behind the chain. That's my sort of deal. One of the things I do that a lot of people don't do, I'm not sure whether or not it's the right thing to do, but it works for me, is when you've got a neglected chain like this one where there's a lot of chipping on the teeth, I actually start using a flat file, working on my angles here, and just get those teeth cleaned up, levelled up, so that I'm actually dealing with a nice straight edge at a 30-degree angle. Just takes away a lot of the stuffing around and the chipping that can happen. And working through like that. You don't have to do a lot of work on it, but it's just basically getting a nice straight sharp edge on that 30-degree line. That'll do us. Righto. Then working down the chain. So basically you're working forehand and backhand. The action's the same. I'm trying to get a bit of a gullet in here, Buck and Billy Ray style, so I'm trying to work that gullet so that then I can put upward pressure without pulling the file off. This is a relatively new file. I reckon that you're wasting your time using an old blunt file. You've got to be able to feel it biting to the chain. I'm working off my 30-degree angle there. Give a couple of strokes, get a nice gullet, and then just a couple of smoother strokes to get a good sharp tooth. So working from the other side, it's exactly the same. Upward pressure, nice sharp tooth. Upward pressure, nice sharp tooth. So basically, with a jig like this, you can work pretty efficiently. If you're looking to see swarf sort of coming off the top leading edge there, you know you're pretty right. And I'm trying not to rock too much. A little bit of rocking is not bad. I'm trying to stay on a pretty straight, flat plane there. Upward pressure again. Trouble with these long jigs is as you start to get to this end, you're kind of overreaching. Upward pressure. Nice. Righto, I'm not going to go that one because it's a bit loose. So 8 teeth there. Now, for your rakers, use your raker gauge. I'm not going to go over and get it, it's over the other side. Raker gauge and just basically smoothing off the rakers so that they're at their right depth. You can't neglect those, particularly as you start to eat down into this tooth. But that gives you a nice chain. Now, I'm checking, it's got to be able to pull chunks off my fingernail like that to be working properly. So we'll be struggling to be able to get that in focus, but you can kind of see, you want to be able to see clean metal right up to the top, and you want to be able to see that you got a sharp, nice point there. That should be able to cut your finger if you pressed in on it without any drama, but you can't, it's not sharp enough. This is a pretty manky old chain, but it's coming up pretty well. So that's my